Hello friends, welcome back to Being Mrs. Fraser. Today I'm bringing a little bit of Mardi Gras inspiration into our home with a simple, cozy Fat Tuesday celebration. I love finding small ways to honor traditions through food, atmosphere, decor, nothing over the top, just thoughtful touches that make an ordinary day feel a little more special. So I'm hoping that I can do my Cajun Louisianian. I don't even know what to my friends from Louisiana. I hope I can do you guys proud. Mardi Gras has such a rich history, and while I'm celebrating at home in our own way, I enjoy taking inspiration from those traditions and creating something just meaningful for our family. So I started just by adding a few festive colors to the space, just enough to set the mood without overcomplicating things. I did find these simple decor pieces on Amazon. I will make sure that I link everything for you guys in my Amazon storefront, but these are so fun and they were so affordable. I love doing things like this for different holidays throughout the year, just to bring, and celebrate, appreciate different cultures that are celebrated here in the US. I just think it's super fun and, just to bring awareness to my family. I don't know. Every year we do something fun. I make something, some sort of traditional meal from Louisiana, from the New Orleans area. A lot of times we do red beans and rice because my kids love it. This year we are shaking it up a little bit with gumbo. But first, like I said, we have to decorate and add a little bit of fun decor. I just thought this little kit was super fun. Again, I get kits like this off of Amazon. I think this one was like maybe $12 to $15. I typically don't spend more than that, but I do love to add just a little bit of flair. And of course, I have my Bucky shirt on. Your girl gets every Bucky shirt that comes for holidays. I just can't help it. It's an obsession. But this was definitely a fun little setup, and we had a fun photo shoot. Well, my son and I did. My girls aren't that cool. Once the space feels festive, it's time for something fun to sip on. So every celebration needs a drink that feels just a little bit special. So I'm making a simple Mardi Gras punch, something colorful, bubbly, but family friendly. Now you could totally add, an alcohol of your choice to this. Especially, I know Mardi Gras goes big or go home when it comes to drinks, but this one is family friendly. It's just one of those little details that instantly makes the day feel like a special occasion, even when you're just at home. It's a super easy drink. It is a 46-ounce can of pineapple juice, 4 cups of grape juice, 3 cups of orange juice, and you just kind of mix it up. I ended up putting about filling a glass half full with the juice mixture and then topping it off with some ginger ale. Now you can use whatever brands that you like. We prefer Welch's grape juice, the Simply orange juice, because I hate pulp. I cannot stand it. And then just Canada Dry. So decorate your cup with a little bit of sanding sugar. I rimmed it with lime and then the sugar, and it made it just that fun, festive feel. It's super simple, and I almost forgot the garnish. These were absolutely delicious. You can get every flavor that you added, especially that pineapple. It just tasted super tropical and festive. It was definitely a fan favorite here in our household. But anyway, now with the drinks ready, it's time to start cooking. Fat Tuesday is traditionally a time to enjoy rich, comforting food, so I'm making my at-home version of chicken and sausage gumbo inspired by those classic flavors. Now, I have never made gumbo before. I even got a second-degree burn making this gumbo, but it turned out absolutely delicious. It may not be as traditional as others make it. I watched so many videos. I looked at so many different recipes, and I just tried my best at making what looked the best. So we're gonna go ahead and start by just cutting up some andouille sausage. I prefer I think this is Johnsonville, if I remember correctly. I'm not 100% sure. We do like the Hillshire Farm andouille sausage as well. One is just a little spicier than the other. But I'm going to go ahead and get out my pot here and heat it up and heat up a little bit of oil so that way I can add the sausage and let it get a nice little crisp on the outside of it. While that is warming up, or cooking, I guess, if you will, I'm gonna go ahead and start chopping up the Holy Trinity. The Holy Trinity, if you do not know, is celery, green bell pepper, and onion. So we're going to go ahead and start chopping this up. This is typically a base of many New Orleans or many Cajun recipes, I have learned. But anyway, I'm learning along with you guys. I absolutely love Southern Cajun. I know Southern and Cajun is not the same. But very much so the Cajun culture. I would love to go to New Orleans sometime. I would love to check out Mardi Gras and, see a parade or two, or just check out all the fun culture that is down in Louisiana. So I say down across. I don't know, in Louisiana, but I think it would be absolutely fun to go celebrate. But for now, we just do it our way at home. Slow cooking dishes like this are some of my favorites, letting everything just simmer while the kitchen fills with warmth and incredible smells. This particular gumbo smelled absolutely amazing. You could smell it outside of my house, even just walking up to my house. It just smelled absolutely amazing. I swear it took forever to cook though. I think it took us somewhere around 3 hours between prepping and cooking everything. And then again, I did get burnt. So thankfully my husband was able to step in and help me with this. But anyway, we got the little sausage all cooked up nice and brown, or warmed up. It's not completely. I probably used a little more sausage than I should have. I probably should have used a pound, and I actually ended up using 2 pounds. I did use a pound of chicken breast. Now I know typically the gumbo recipes typically call for chicken thighs. Your girl does not like the chicken thighs. I'm so sorry. But I have seen Little Cajun House on TikTok. I think she's also on Instagram and Facebook. I absolutely love her. She is from Louisiana, and I saw her use chicken breast, so I'm like, okay, if a true Southern woman can use the chicken breast, your girl from the Midwest can use it too. So I just put the chicken breast in there in the Dutch oven and baked it for about 5 minutes per side. I seasoned it with some Tony Chachere's, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, I'm so sorry. And then some salt and pepper, and I think garlic powder, if I remember correctly. And then once that chicken was cooked, it was not cooked all the way through, but it was lightly browned. It was very nice, very aromatic, if you will. I did go ahead and take it back out. I added a cup of oil, vegetable oil, and a cup of flour to start making the roux. Now, this is where things kind of went a little crazy, you guys. This oil mixture, the roux mixture, got so hot. I splattered it up on myself, and the tip of my finger has a nice little bubble on it now from the oil just being so hot. So if you are making your own roux instead of buying it, please just be very, 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 very careful. But this roux takes a very, very long time. I think it took us a good 30 to 45 minutes just to get it a nice dark chocolatey brown color. I know, I'm sure you guys saw the bits in there. Don't worry, it was not burnt. Those are just the bits from the chicken and the sausage cooking. It was so delicious though, even just smelling it, oh my goodness. But your girl had definitely needed help because of course my burn was on the right hand, and so thank God my hubby was able to come help me. So once you get the roux going though, the roux is a very long process. You have to babysit it, it starts off that light color and it works itself down to that chocolatey color like I said. Once you get to that chocolatey color, everything goes pretty fast. You add in your Holy Trinity. Again, that is your celery, green bell pepper, and onion. You add that in, mix it into the roux a little bit, and then let it kind of cook for, I don't know, about 5-10 minutes or so until the onion becomes translucent. You want to add in your garlic and let that get aromatic about a minute or two, and then you're going to go ahead and add your meats back in. So this is when your chicken will fully cook. Once you add in your broth. We did use a total of 8 cups of broth. I saw recipes using 6 cups. I've seen 4 cups, but I felt right about using the full 8 cups. So, of course, my husband had to get himself a snack of some of that sausage. That's why you didn't see it all go in right at the beginning. But anyway, so we're just giving it a good stir, making sure everything is completely covered. Now, don't you worry. I did go back in with the seasonings. I don't know what happened to that footage. It might be on here. It might not be. I don't think it is. But I did season everything. Don't you worry. I love seasoning. I am not your typical white girl when it comes to the seasoning, you guys. So, I should say typical Midwest white girl, because I think we're the ones that typically don't season anything. I know growing up, it seemed that way. Like, I swear it was just like salt and pepper and that was it. So, your girl is not like that though. I love my seasonings and I definitely seasoned the heck out of this. Once we did add in that last couple cups of broth though, we did throw a few bay leaves in there. Now, that is something I did not have on hand, but I saw bay leaves were very important for the recipe, so I bought some, and we added those as well. But this is where the next long process happens. You let it cook, and cook, and cook, and cook, and simmer, and stir, and man, oh, you guys, my mouth is watering just looking at this. It was so good, and I cannot wait to eat more of it. There was some leftovers, so I know the leftovers are just going to taste absolutely amazing. But by the time the rice and everything was cooked, I think this actually sat for about another hour or so, if not a little bit longer, simmering on the stove. But it was so delicious. I hope you guys try this. I don't have an exact recipe. I just kind of winged it a little bit, again, based off of others' videos. And of course, no celebration is complete without something sweet. Now, I know traditionally king cake is where it is at, and I could have went and bought a king cake. However, they're just not readily available near me, at least not that I can find. And so I didn't really want to bake any bread per se, so I went ahead and found this really delicious king cake recipe. It's a king cake cookie recipe, excuse me. I will leave it linked for you guys down in the description if you are interested in finding it. My family absolutely loves these. My kids just kept stealing them off the counter as soon as I would take them out, barely letting them cool. But it's a super simple recipe. You know, you just want to make sure that you are mixing your sugar and your butter first, and then you're going to add an egg in one at a time. Add your flavoring, your vanilla, and your almond extracts. And then you're going to mix your dry ingredients and then slowly mix the dry into the wet. Kind of basic cookie recipes, you know what I'm saying? So, but again, these were absolutely delicious. So super simple. And I loved that about it. You know, there was no waiting for something to rise or mix or any dough involved. And that's what I loved about this. Simple, festive, traditional, non-traditional king cake cookie recipe. You know, I really just love adapting traditions in ways that feel approachable and doable, especially on busy days. I really wanted something delicious. Again, I really did want to make a king cake, but with as long as the gumbo was going to take, I just knew it was not feasible in that moment. And so I really love that I was able to find this cookie recipe. There were tons of different options. Again, though, I was just looking for something just to add, you know, some sweetness and just something fun and festive. If you haven't already either, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I have a lot of fun videos coming up, more so motivational videos that are coming up next. And then, of course, our bedroom makeover is coming up soon as well. I know I've been promising that for so long. I'm sure my OGs are like, okay, Tammy, you've said this before, but I promise you, it is coming sooner than later, preferably this month. I already have most of everything that I need. And so it's just basically getting it done. And I am so excited for that. If things could just stop happening here at the house, it would be great. And then I would be able to tackle that. So anyway, I really hope that this video was fun for you guys. It was definitely fun for me. I love sharing the traditions that we do here in the Fraser household and maybe giving you guys a little bit of fun ideas to share with your own family. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and finish this cookie recipe out. I got all the dry and wet ingredients incorporated with the mixer, and then I'm going to fold in the rest of the ingredients, which are the chocolate chips, the sprinkles, and some cream cheese. Now, I was really uncertain about the cream cheese situation here, but it actually turned out really, really delicious and good. I was very surprised. So don't judge it just yet. Definitely give it a try if you like to bake. These were so good. But I will say too, just a little tidbit, I was having a really hard time finding Mardi Gras sprinkles outside of just the sanding sugar, the purple, yellow, and green sanding sugar. And so I actually found them on Amazon. I found I will leave it linked for you guys, the shop that I got the sprinkles from. But they were really good sprinkles. They had, I think they're technically called jimmies, and then they had like a little crown type sprinkle in it. You guys will see it closer up here in just a second. But they were absolutely delicious sprinkles, and they just added that extra festive fun to the cookie. I just used a little spoonful of cookie dough and dusted some sanding sugar on top. On the yellow ones, it didn't show up quite very well, but that's okay. And then I put the crowns on the yellow sanding sugar, so it kind of stood out a little bit. But honestly, other than color, I don't think the sanding sugar did much for the cookies. So if you don't have it, don't worry about it. I don't think it's necessary to spend the extra few dollars. But again, these cookies were absolutely delicious. You'll have to let me know if you try them. Celebrating Mardi Gras or Fat Tuesday at home doesn't have to be elaborate. Sometimes it's just about good food, thoughtful touches, and taking a moment to enjoy the day. I'm wishing you a warm, joyful, and cozy celebration, however you choose to spend it. I hope this video was motivational, inspirational, maybe gave you some ideas of something new or something old. But either way, I hope I did my friends proud, even if I didn't go quite traditional with some of the things. So I hope you guys are all staying happy, healthy, and safe. I hope everybody is warming up around the country if you prefer it to. And I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye, guys.